Okay, so here we go with a battle against PenguinX. Mr. Penguin, if you want to call him that. Or Andy, as his in-game name would say. Also, on top of other things, it was his birthday, I believe, yesterday? I can't remember. But I did wish him a happy birthday, and I guess you could go wish him a belated birthday. But the most important thing is the fact that I started recording super early, and I was all like, man, I gotta decide what my team is, and then I was like, yo, man, we're battling now, and he was like, oh, whoops, sorry, hold on. So, as you can see by his team, I'm pretty sure he's going to lead with his Smeargle, and I actually lead with a Pokemon in my first slot. The only thing on his team I'm really afraid of is his Landorus, but we'll see what happens. So, I'm going to start the battle now, finally. After all this time, you'd think that it would finally get to that point, but, you know, whatever. So, out comes Jirachi, and out comes a Smeargle, and I'm going to do the whole Jirachi shenanigan thing of being the most haxiest thing in the metagame. At least aside from Togekiss, because Togekiss is UU. At least at the time of this video, because I don't want a million people going, oh my god, in the year 20,093, the Togekiss is OU, or AirU, or something else. Because we all know how great that is. So I flinch him with an Iron Head, and I'm just going to continue going for Iron Head, despite the fact that he goes out to his Rotom, which I was quite expecting, but I decided to just keep going for it in case he wanted to stay in and fodder his Smeargle, which means he cannot Spore me, and he cannot set up hazards of any sort. Now I'm going to go to my Virizion, take the Volt Switch, hopefully fairly well, and I do, because Virizion just loves to stomp its front 2 feet and scratch to the ground a little bit, because it's counting. It's counting how long it takes to kill opponents. So, go for the Focus Blast. Missed like a Poe. A Poe. I don't know what a Poe is, but apparently I am Edgar Allan Poe. And Edgar Allan Poe must have missed a lot of Focus Blasts. So I'm going to fodder my Virizion thanks to missing Focus Blast, which it would have done a sizable chunk to him, but it didn't. I don't think it really affected much of anything in the end. And I've outsped Landorus before, but I kind of neglected to think that he would be Scarfed, because that's kind of a I don't know. So I'm going to go to Podge now, and hopefully be able to hit a Fire Blast of some sort. Well, you know, there's only one Fire Blast move. But I wish to hit it against this Salamence, yes, Scissor. But he's going to go out to his Rotom and actually hit, surprisingly enough. Instead of going for the Dragon Dance and being able to do more damage to his team, now I'm going to switch, pretty much assuming he was going to Volt Switch, but he decides to just Hard Switch out into his Scizor again, which now he's going to take my trick, which I honestly should not have done. So I get his Chesto Berry, and he's now going to be a Scarf Rotom, which makes him actually a lot better. Sure, he only has 3 moves, but he's got the ability to be faster now. I'm going to stay in here and just go for the Body Slam, hopefully trying to paralyze that Rotom, but he's going to get out of there like a washing machine should, and now he's going to bring back out his Landorus, and I am going to be scared away into my Skarmory, because Skarmory can take most of the hits from this thing, as Skarmory tends to do. Now I'm going to go for the Whirlwind, because I know that Rotom is going to be coming out, and now Lucario comes out. A lot of surprises in this world today, huh? So he's going to withdraw again, go back out to his Jazz as I set up Stealth Rock. I know I can take a hit because I'm sturdy, so I am not afraid of this Rotom doing anything. Dishwashers and washing machines should not be feared by the general public. I don't know why they are so scared. So he Volt Switches. I think I either Roost or... yeah, probably just Roost. I don't see why I wouldn't. So I Roost, just because I could... and I knew he wouldn't be able to kill me. And I know Volt Switch doesn't have any chance of paralyzing or anything. Why did I say that so weirdly? Not important. Out comes King Ghidorah, or Hydreigon, depending on what you want to call it. He just calls it King Ghidorah because of the whole reference to the Godzilla franchise. He's going to Flamethrower me, and I'm going to get my Flash Fire boost. And now I'm going to show that I'm a Scarf Teacher, and he's like, I haven't seen one of those since Diamond and Pearl. And I'm like, well, I have 2 different Heatrans that go on this team, and this is just the one I felt like bringing. So, he's going to stay in and let me kill the dragon, which, not a gigantic threat, but it's a threat enough. I mean, it's still a really good poke, it's just hard to use because of its speed stat not being as high as other dragons. Now out comes Lucario again. He decides to Swords Dance, I believe, as I probably stay in, thinking he was just going to try and kill me, but probably should have switched, but I don't know. I had to switch. So out comes the Skarmory, who is informing Lucario that he is the father of some child. And he Swords Dances, obviously knowing I'm going to switch. And I wasn't honestly expecting this to take me out, but apparently Lucario is more of a monster than I thought previously. And now I know that Lucario is quite monstrous with its +2 attack, which does like minimum 90% to Skarmory at +2. Now out comes Podge again, and I don't think I go for a Dragon Dance because I know he has extreme speed, so I'm just going to probably go for the Earthquake, but he switches, probably somehow reading my mind, knowing that I was going to Earthquake because I wouldn't want a Dragon Dance because he has extreme speed, and that would just be pointless because he probably could 2-hit KO me or something. I don't honestly remember or know. Now he is going to either Volt Switch, Hidden Power Ice, or Hydro Pump, as that is what most Chesto, Resto, Rotoms run. I almost call it Charmin. I don't know why. So he crits my Jirachi on the switch, which is very sucky because it would have allowed me to do a little bit more with Jirachi, especially since I wasn't going to leave it in against this Landorus without the crit. So he U-turns and kills me off, which, I mean, Jirachi would have been helpful later on. I'm not going to say that it completely mattered, but it did suck. But he's going to go back out to his Rotom now, and I think Jirachi was my only hope to actually kill this thing. So go out to Scizor now, hoping that I can take this thing out with 2 Dragon Punches. Yes, Dragon Punch. The new Bullet Punch that gets no stab, but is just as powerful and has priority. So we are waiting and communicating and standing by, waiting for something to happen. Frobjo, hello, what are you doing there? So, just waiting and communicating and everything else. Bullet punching, he Hydro Pumps, which is going to do a lot. And my only hope against this Rotom was being able to hit KO it with Bullet Punch or something similar. I don't know, I probably could have gone for the U-turn and gotten a decent amount off, and kept my punching abilities for later, but I'm not going to be able to. Go up to Podge now. Fairly confident that a Hydro Pump will not kill me at this range, especially since he did not have the opportunity to get up rocks or anything. Going to Dragon Dance foolishly, because I think he actually still outspeeds me with the Scarf. I honestly don't remember. We're going to find out after this message that says communicating, please stand by. Salamence is going to be sitting in there, bobbing its head back and forth, rocking its head up and down, doing all the stuff a Salamence does, and his last is either a... No, he still has that. He's going to be able to kill me off with a Bullet Punch because his Scizor does not fail him like mine does. Well, mine didn't exactly fail, I just kind of failed playing it, but I don't know. Had I had Jirachi still, this match would have probably gone differently, but hey, you can't win them all. Out comes Heatran again, and I either die to a Bullet Punch or he goes for Superpower and kills me off or something, I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, he's just going to kill me off with a Bullet Punch because apparently his Scizor is trained in the art of actually killing things that 4 times resist. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the battle. I kind of lost myself slightly through the narration, but hopefully it didn't turn out too badly.